Hey everyone, we're in Arabia for stage 2 of the MyWhoosh $1 Million Championships. It's a 64.8 kilometer route with about 420 meters of elevation. So let's get into it. The route profile is on the bottom of the screen there. I'll keep it there. It is 2 laps of what you see at the bottom. So we have the Liwa Desert Climb twice, which is about a K at 5%. So nothing crazy on paper, but with the strength of this field, you never know what you could get after stage 1. So I will take you to the main bits of action for the day. There's a really strong group, so it's kind of hard to split them. But we went into the first sprint section here. And guys targeting the green jersey are having a real crack to try and get those green jersey points, which is what you expect. But this also always causes a reaction from the group. And much like the whole race was, it's a series of over-unders, making sure you're attentive and following the moves as we now take you to the second sprint. Again, the guys are going off the front, having their competition for the battle. I'm just trying to sit in the wheels and be as conservative as I can. So day number 2, had 2 naps in the day, which was good. So body felt all right going into this stage. Again, I know that a race this length with the Liwa Desert Climb could potentially split depending on how the top riders wanted to attack it. So I'm on guard. I'm certainly not expecting to make it to the finish line in the lead group, but it was certainly a hope today. As we go into Liwa, it's here's the 1K at about 5%. It then flattens off for a little bit before kicking back up. So in total, it's around 3 minutes, bottom to top. Initially, the first 19 kilometers of this race was, I would say, pretty easy. But at the same time, I could tell, or I felt like I wasn't on brilliant legs today. So I was hoping that I could find some rhythm on this climb. The efficiency just didn't quite feel there today. Couldn't quite get on top of the gear the same way that I felt in Japan. So fingers crossed that's just a one-day thing and not already the fatigue starting to accumulate in my little soft legs. As we head towards the banner, I think that's Jason in the polka dots. He heads towards the points. You can see a range of different jerseys here as well. Hayden, my teammate's in the white under 23 jersey. I'm not sure who's currently wearing the green jersey there. And Neil Freyette's wearing the Masters jersey, which was a blue one that you could just see behind us. The pack's starting to split a little bit from the 34 riders that were in the group to start with. I think after the first lap on the Liwa, we were maybe down to about 23. A similar group size to yesterday, the group that came to the line, just with a couple of other extras that weren't there by the end yesterday. So again, we're kind of making sure we get back up to the leaders here, come into the final kick of Liwa with some momentum. That means you can kind of just float through a little bit and get in a really good position. Guys at the back are working to stay in there. I think today, like if it was just a little longer, there could have been some splits, but I think there was enough time for people to survive and no one really driving at home on the front like they probably would in an SRC one-stage race. As we go into the next lap, another sprint point coming up here. Now, I noticed that Tugels had dropped off the back at some point in the kilometres before this. I think he must have had a MyWhoosh game issue, unfortunately, and so he never got back to our lead group. So that was probably the main bit of GC news for the day, I'd say. And there were pretty frequent attacks on the second lap. Hayden was pretty aggressive, I noticed. And there were some other guys too that were doing a bit. But for the most part, everyone was able to sit in pretty comfortably. Not comfortably, but they were able to sit in and not really at risk of getting dropped, I would say. My average heart rate on this stage was super low, so 139 beats a minute. So the heart's obviously in pretty good nick. I was pretty efficient again today. Final average, as we're coming into this last sprint banner, it's fast again, but Jason's here. Average today was like 4.5 or 4.6 watts a kilo for the duration of the stage, which is very low compared to some people. So I'm glad that I could kind of be efficient in that regard. Hopefully the legs thank me for it later in the week. As we're heading up Liwa again, I'm trying to be mentally strong in my head. Just get over this. This is the most important feature of the day. Trying to get those legs to start feeling good. I'm feeling quite good at this stage. I mean, in terms of I feel safe. The pace is pretty easy compared to what I thought it could be. I'm not kind of sending it up over to 500 watts, or I am now. So the climb ends in 300. I think this provokes a bit of a response in the group. Jason kicks off up the front, so you can kind of see what he can do when he attacks. And I think I'd be pretty hard pressed to be going with that at this point. So look forward to the mountains coming up over the rest of the week. As we head into that flatter section, just got to be on guard because with Jason up the road, that's going to create some guys to worry a bit. The GC guys will really be making sure that that he doesn't get a gap if they can help it. So just being alert, and then trying to be part of any kind of split that might happen in this race. Get over this next climb, and theoretically we should be there for another crack at a finish, which is exciting. As I said, yesterday was the first time I finished, or second time I finished with the group in hard MyWhoosh racing. So to get another chance at that, it doesn't come around every day for me. So I'm really making sure I'll put my best foot forward up on this climb here. I'm in a good position. I've got draft. I'm pretty close up to the front of the group. The finish of the climb's very soon. Up over 500 watts, pretty comfortably, well over. And I'm sensing guys wanting to push on at this stage here. So I'm also willing to put in a bit of a kick to get up amongst it in case something's going to happen. A moment of kind of confidence from me here, but as you can see, this little split occurs, but it doesn't amount to anything once we catch Jason. Final kilometre. Now I'm back in view one. Not sure why. I thought there might have been something blocking the view in the final. So here we go. It's 900 metres to go. Hayden had told us that he was going to try a long move, about 800 to go. So I'm pretty prepared, to as soon as I see Hayden go in the white jersey, to be kind of on anyone that that is following him, because they're not going to fully let him go. They want the stage win. So we notice people starting to respond about now, and I am in a pretty good position. I'm doing a good amount of watts, and I see Michael Vink's hat. I know he chased me yesterday, so I thought he'd do the same with Hayden. I'm able to just relax in his wheel a little bit before really launching it up again in the last 300 metres to the finish. I'm coming through with good momentum. It's a blanket finish though, so it's just going to be matters of hundredths of seconds here. I'm in a good spot, still got draft. Ollie Jones is at the front, going to win it. Am I going to get second? Oh, that's close. That is close. The results come up, and we're fourth. So 0.04 of a second off second place. There's the stage results. So Ollie, Vink, Paradines on the podium again. I'm really happy with fourth. I'm no sprinter, so to come away with fourth on that stage is really good. Would have been nice to be on the podium, but unfortunately we just missed out. GC's there. I haven't put time gaps because through 2 stages, the top 20-ish are all pretty much there. So I'm 10th overall on GC, but it'll blow out in the days to come. Farm Watts squad, there we are. Team classification, again, not much has changed. The top 5 teams are all there and thereabouts. Bit of a gap to 6th again. And then in terms of the KOM jersey, here are the standings so far. So Jason and Panizza having a good crack at that one. So you'd think Jason will really shine in that one as the days go on. And the sprint classification, Paradine's had a good stage. He's opened up a bit of a gap on the rest of the contenders there. Bit of a shit sleep last night. Hopefully a few naps today. But we'll see you for stage 3 in Alula. Bit of a rolling one. See ya.